Okay, let's wait for Manha. Then we'll move ahead. Manha, please put on your camera quickly so that we can start. Manha, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Manha, do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Your video is still off. Please put it on. Okay. So, Manha, today we have started with a new chapter, which is lines and angles. Okay. So, in lines and angles, first of all, you need to know the meaning of complementary angles. Okay. Before that, also, I wish to start with some more basics. Razan and Mana, both of you look carefully. So, in lines and angles, first of all, I'll tell you the very basics, which I guess you must have studied in the previous classes as well. So firstly, you
We
need
just
to know
started it.
the difference between, okay, so we have a line. Okay, what is a line? A line is basically which has no end points. Okay, this is a line. It does not have any end points. Now, if I join, and what is a ray? Ray is basically having one end point. What is a line segment? Line segment is having two end points. Do you know these three things?
Yes, ma'am.
Line, ray, and line segment. I hope this much is already clear to you.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
if I have, this is one ray, and from here only I draw another ray. Okay, now this ray is adjusted at some particular angle. So the angle so basically two rays, this is ray 1 and this is ray 2. They both will form an angle between them. This is some angle. Okay, it can be anything. It can be 60 degree, 30 degree, 40 degree, 70 degree, 80 degree, 90 degree, anything. Okay, so how many types of angles do we have? So first type of angle that we have is complementary angles. Complementary angles. Now, what are complementary angles? Basically, two angles whose sum is 90 degree. For example, I have 60 degree plus 30 degree. So 60 plus 30 is 90. Right? That means 60 and 30 are complementary angles. Okay, Mana, tell me, are 70 and 30 complementary?
No.
Why no?
Because complementary are 90 degree.
Sum should be 90 degree. Here the sum is 100 degree. So they are not complementary. 60 and 30 are complementary. I'll write a few angles and you have to tell me whether they are complementary or not. So first is this. 70 degree and 20 degree. Are these complementary or not?
Um,
Are these complementary?
no.
Why no?
So, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, Razan, what do you think?
Yes, ma'am. 90.
Yes, these are complementary. Okay, next is 75 degree and 25 degree. Do you think that these are complementary angles?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, these are not complementary. Why no?
Because it's more than 90.
Yeah, it's more than 90. Very good. So you can do such type of questions. Now, if I say that if I will give you one angle, for example, I say 45 degree and I say find the complement of this angle. So what will be the complement of 45 degree? Complement means basically on adding which angle will I get 90 degree. So for example, 60 plus 30 equals 90. That means 60 and 30 are complement of each other. Okay, they are complementing each other. That is why the sum is 90. So if I say like what is the complement of 60? It's 30. Okay. Now if I say what is the complement of 45? So how will you calculate? To find the complement, you just have to, like I say, find the complement of 45 degree. So to find the complement of any angle, what do? You subtract that angle from 90 degree. Okay. So like if you subtract 90 minus 45, what do you have? What is 90 minus 45?
45.
45 only. Now 45 degree with you. So 90 minus 45 is 45. That means the complement of 45 is 45. Do you understand this question? What do you do
Yes.
to find the complement of any angle? You subtract that angle with from 90 degree. Like you have 65 degree. If I say what is the complement of 65?
$25.
Doesn't you?
25.
Tell me doesn't quickly.
25, ma'am.
Okay. So 90 minus 65 we will do, which is 25. So what is the complement of 65? 25. Okay. Now 41 degree. What is the complement of 41 degree?
It's 54 degrees.
What is the answer?
54 degrees.
43.
54.
54.
Yes.
How come 54, Razan?
49.
How will you find the complement?
By mistake, clear of 9. Subtracted by 90.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I'm saying, how will you find the complement?
Sorry, ma'am. I by mistakenly subtracted 41 with 95.
95.
Yeah, I by mistakenly subtracted with 95.
95. Are you sure, Razan, it's 95?
No, ma'am. It's a 90. You have to subtract with 90.
So what is 90 minus 41?
49.
It's 49. So why are you saying 54?
Because I subtracted it with 95 by mistakenly.
Okay. Manha, what about you? Are you not able to understand?
Ma'am, I said the answer.
You were not audible. Okay, the next is 54 degree. What is the complement of 54 degree?
$36 degree.
Razan, you?
1 minute, ma'am. 36 degree.
36. Okay, that's good. So do you all know what is the meaning of complementary angles now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. Now, next we have supplementary angles. What are supplementary angles? Now, basically, the angles whose sum is 180 degree. Like you have 100 degree plus 80 degree. What does 100 plus 80 gives you? 180 degree.
180.
So what are 180? These are supplementary angles. Okay, so what are supplementary angles? The angles whose sum gives you 180 degree are supplementary angles. So what is the difference between complementary and supplementary? Complementary means the sum is 90. Supplementary means the sum is 180. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you have to tell me whether they are supplementary or not. Tell me if they are supplementary or not.
No, ma'am, they're not supplementary.
Manha, what about you?
Just no, ma'am.
No, why? Because 110 plus 50 degrees, 160 degree. So they are not supplementary. Because the sum should be 180 degree, okay? Now next you have is 50 degree and 130 degree.
Ma'am, it's supplementary.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because 50 degree plus 130 degree gives you 180 degree. So yes, they are supplementary. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Next we have 45 degree and 45 degree. You think these are supplementary?
No, ma'am.
What is the sum of 45 45?
80,
What is 45 plus 45?
90.
Mana, why is your camera off?
Yeah.
What's 45 plus 45?
90.
90.
90.
Are these supplementary or not?
No.
They're complementary.
Yeah, very nice. They're complementary and not supplementary. So for supplementary, you'll put a cross. Now you have to find the supplement, okay? Just do this question. Okay, you have to find the supplement of the following. First is 100 degree. Second is 90 degree. 55 degree. 125 degree. Okay. Okay, you have four angles. Find the supplement of each of the following.
Ma'am, I finished.
Ma'am, I finished.
Okay. So let's discuss the first.
80.
Okay, is correct.
80,
The next one,
90,
125.
90, correct. The third one,
125.
125. Okay, correct. Next,
55.
55. Okay. So Manha, are you getting these answers?
No, ma'am.
Which one is different?
Uh, the third one and the fourth. No, the third one.
What's the answer for third one?
I got 130.
How come 130, Manha? Subtract 180 minus 55.
Oh, I accidentally did 50.
You'll get 125 only.
Yeah, I accidentally did a 180 minus 50.
Okay, no problem. Now, next you have. Okay, do you guys know what is the meaning of acute and obtuse angles and right angle? Do you know the meaning of these three? Does anybody know the meaning of these three angles?
No.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, does anybody know the meaning of these angles? Acute, obtuse, and right?
Is acute means the angle that has 80 degree?
No, acute means the angles which are less than 90 degree. These are acute angles, okay? Like for example, you have 60 degree, then you have 30 degree, you have 10 degree. All the angles that are lesser than 90 are acute angles. Fine. Now, what are obtuse angles? All the angles that are more than 90. Okay. For example, you have 100 degree, then you have 180 degree, you have 120 degree. All these angles are more than 90, so these are obtuse angles. What are right angles? The angles which are equal to 90 degree. So, a 90 degree angle is also known as right angle. Do you all understand?
What is right angle, ma'am?
90 degree is known as right angle. Fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
It was
Now
acute.
we have, I'll give you various pairs and you have to tell me if the following pairs are supplementary or complementary. Okay, I'll just write some random pairs. First is Tell me if the following pairs are complementary or supplementary.
Ma'am, finished.
Yes, did you find the answers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about the first one?
Supplementary.
What's the first one?
Supplementary.
Supplementary. The second one, Manha?
Second one, complementary.
Okay, the third one, Razan?
Supplementary.
Okay, the fourth one again, Manha?
Fourth one, supplementary.
Okay, supplementary. The next?
Complementary.
Okay, next.
Complementary.
Okay, very nice. So I guess the concept of supplementary and complementary angles are clear with you. Do not forget, okay, there's one short trick as well that you never, like you may get confused if complementary was 180 or if supplementary was 90. See, in the English alphabet, what comes first? C or S?
C.
Yeah, C come first. And amongst 90 and 180, what comes first?
90.
90 comes first. So always remember, like if you anytime get confused, if complementary meant 180 or supplementary meant 180, what is the difference? So you'll remember that C comes before S and 90 also comes before 180. That means C complementary is 90° and supplementary is 180°. Okay. C is smaller, similarly 90 is smaller, S is bigger, similarly 180 is bigger. Will you remember it this way?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. Now we move ahead. Now I'll give you questions. You have find the angle equal to its complement. And next question is find the angle equal to its supplement. So the question is first you have to find the angle which is equal to its complementary angle. That means both the angles are equal. Okay, let's suppose that the angles are x. So x plus x should give you 90°. Both the angles are equal. Let's assume them to be x.
Ma'am, should the angles also should be same?
Yeah, that's what equal means. They should be same. So x plus x gives you 90. So 2x gives you 90. So what is the value of x? X means 45°. That means if you add 45 plus 45, it is equal to 90°. Right? That means the angle which is equal to its complement. Like the complement of 45 is also 45 only. It's 45°. Okay, and if the same question is given for supplementary, now can you do for supplementary?
Yes.
Tell me how you'll do it.
140 plus 140.
No. Use the same method. Define one angle as x. What is x plus x?
180.
Yeah. Then 2x is 180 and x is equals to 180 by, what's the answer? 90 degree. So angle which is equal to its supplement is 90 degree. Like the supplement of 90 degree is also 90 degree only. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So do these both questions on your own. Do it in your, just write them down. Note the question and write them down. It's important that you know the such questions.
Ma'am, finish.
Yes.
Done, ma'am.
Done. Razan, you as well?
Yes, ma'am.
For both? Have you written both the questions and both the solutions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, next we have, okay, see. Now you have one question. This is a straight line and you have two angles. This is angle 2 and this is angle 1. Okay. And it is given that angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. Okay. Now they are saying that if angle 1 is decreased, okay, angle 1 is decreased. So what will happen to angle 2 so that both of the angles still remain supplementary? You understand the question? The question says you have two angles, angle 1 and angle 2. Okay, and angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 degree. That means they are supplementary angles. Okay, they are supplementary angles. Now they are saying that angle 1 is decreased. For example, angle 1 is 60 degree. Now they reduced angle 1 to 50 degree, for example. So what change should you do to angle 2? See, for example, you have two supplementary angles. Okay, you have 100 degree plus 80 degree. Okay, this gives you 180 degree. Now, if this angle is reduced, let's reduce to 70 degree. Okay, now 70 plus 80 is not equal to 180, right? That means you should change angle 80. So what change should you do to angle 80 so that the answer is still complementary? I'm sorry, supplementary.
Divide.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Divide.
Divide with what?
2.
Why? If you divide 80 with 2, you'll get 40. So is 70 plus 40 180? No, what change should you do to 80 degrees? See, you have reduced 100. So now 70 plus 80 is less than 180. What is 70 plus 80? 150, which is less than 180. So to make it 180, you should add something to 80. Okay. If you add 30 to 80, you get 110. Now what is 70 plus 110? It is 180 again. So if you're reducing one angle, you need to increase the other angle. Or if you are increasing one angle, then you need to reduce the other angle. Okay?
Yes.
Do you understand this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now the question is, you have can two angles be supplementary if they are acute, they are obtuse, or they are right? Okay, what is the meaning of acute angles?
Which should be lesser than 90.
Okay, what is the meaning of obtuse angles?
Which are greater than 90 degrees.
What is the meaning of obtuse angles?
Which is greater than 90 degree.
Greater than 90 degree. What is the meaning of right angles?
It should
They're
be
equal
to
to 90.
Yeah, equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Can two angles be supplementary? Like, can the sum of two angles be 180 degree? Both of them are acute. That means both of them are less than 90. Is it possible?
No?
Why no?
because this answer will be not.
Speak loudly.
The answer won't be supplementary.
The answer won't be supplementary. Okay. Let's assume an example. Like you have two acute angles. You have 60 degree and you have 40 degree. Both of them are acute angles. So 60 plus 40 is 100. This is not supplementary. Let's assume another acute angles. Like say you have 80 degree plus 70 degree. This is 150 degree. Now this is also not supplementary. That means the angles which are less than 90. When adding such two angles, you would not get supplementary angles. Okay. Do you understand this, everybody? Manha, what are you doing? Why are you constantly switching on and off your video? Manha, do you hear me? Am I audible, Manha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Razan and Manan, do you understand why two acute angles can't be supplementary?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, what about two obtuse angles?
Yes.
Tell me what
No?
about obtuse angles? Both of them are more than 90.
No?
No, okay. Why no?
Because when you add both of the higher numbers than 90 degree, we might not get a supplementary angle.
Yeah. Like you have 95 degree plus you have 100 degree. So you have 195 degree. See, this is greater than 180. So not supplementary. Okay, now both of the angles are right. That means both are 90. So 90 plus 90, you know it is supplementary. So both the angles are 90, you can get supplementary. Do you understand the answers to these questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, you have to find the complement of the following. Find the complements.
Ma'am, first one is 120 or 20?
Ma'am, you're mute.
Oh, I was saying first is 20, the second is 63, and the third is 57.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, second one is 63, right?
Do you get your answers?
Is the second one is the 60?
Yeah, it's 63.
Ma'am, I finished.
What about Manha?
I'm gonna finish.
Just wait for Manha. By the time Rasan, you can recheck your answers.
Okay, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So the first one is 20 degree. Now you have to find the complement. Okay, now if you have to find the complement and one of the angle is 20 degree, what you'll do?
We add subtract it with 90 degree.
Yeah, so 90 minus 20 is
70.
70 degree. So you get your answer. So answer is 70. The next one is 90 minus 63. What is 90 minus 63?
27.
What?
27.
27. Okay. The last one,
33.
90 minus 57 you will do. What are you getting?
33.
33. Okay. So Manha, are you getting the same answers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we also have a method by using which we can check if our answer is correct or not. Now you can check if 70 is correct or not. You might be confused if 70 is the correct answer or not. So just add these two angles. Okay, just add the given angle. Just add 70 plus 20. What is 70 plus 20? Is it 90? Yes. If it's giving you 90, that means your answer is correct. Here you can do 63 plus 27. What is 63 plus 27?
90.
90 again. So you're getting 90, that means your answer is correct. Then you have 33 and 57. So you can add 57 plus 33. It's equal to 90 again. That means your answer is correct. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So in today's class, whatever we have studied, I'll just give you a quick recap. We started with complementary and supplementary angles. Complementary angles are those whose sum is equal to 90 degree and supplementary angles are those whose sum is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Now, we also have further different types of angles, like we have acute, obtuse, and right angles. Acute angles are those whose measure is less than 90 degree. Obtuse angles are those whose measure is more than 90 degree. And right are equal to 90 degree. Okay. That is the basic outline that we studied today. Do you guys have any doubts up till here? Do you guys have any doubt up till here? Put on your mic and speak.